Good morning, traders and investors. My name is Roger Scott, and I'm the Senior Strategist for Wealth Press. Today is Wednesday, the 24th of March. Where is this year going? I remember New Year's Eve. Now we're already at the end of the first quarter. It's crazy. The market's going to open up in about an hour and 17 minutes or so. This is the pre-opening futures prices, and you could see here everything is up pretty good today. Not amazingly, but pretty good. Mostly the Nasdaq 100. Now again, if you look at the QQQ, which already is tracking today's price, it's up a little bit. But as you can see here, it's still having issues abutting the 50-day or breaking through the 50-day moving average. And if you look at the SPY right now, you will see that the SPY is actually coming towards the 50-day moving average. And the small caps, they're already violating them. So it looks like the market's cooling off, but I gotta say, the QQQ has been holding on pretty well thus far. So I'm not sure if we're gonna break down on it, but right now, we've got a symmetrical triangle. Let me just kind of draw it for you so you can kind of see where we're at. So technically, it's symmetrical, which means we can break out to the upside or the downside. And the fact that we're clinging on to the 50-day moving average, even while the S&P is cooling off, is a good sign, relative strength sign. But I want to see this trade 2 days above the 50-day moving average completely, like this type of trading action, where no part of the low, price low, touches the band. So that's really, really big. Now, the bond market, as you can see here, is a little higher. It's up 0.12. Oh, now it just turned down on us in real time. So the bond market's already reverting lower, and that's going to put a little damper on the QQQ because the QQQ has been trading completely in lock. As you can see here, this is the one-day trading pattern. It's already moving down here. This is just intraday. I wanted to see how it's doing today on a 5-minute bar, and it looks like it's kind of breaking down. But again, we're still here, and we can break down. If we break above this level, we'll probably go higher. If we break below this level, we'll probably hit the 200-day moving average. Based on the sentiment and momentum levels, the odds are stronger that we'll hit lower than going higher. But I wouldn't rule it out, especially if we start moving higher on the bonds. But the bond market is right now locked in with the S&P 500. So if the bond market breaks lower, there's a good chance the S&P will go lower and the Nasdaq will follow. If the bond market breaks higher, which means interest rates go lower, it'll give some relief to the large cap technology stocks. Now, big news today, we got durable goods. The consensus is for a growth of 0.8%. Last month, we had a 3.4% aircraft-driven surge. Don't think we're going to see it. I'm hoping the number is going to be at least 0.8 or maybe higher. As you can see here, the consensus is all the way from -1 to 3.9. Obviously, we want the orders to be as high as possible. But again, anything above 0.8 should be pretty good. X-transports, 0.6 should be good. Keep an eye on these expectations. And if we're better than these expectations, and the number comes out in about 14 minutes, we'll see some potential upside, all right? Now, I've got something important for you today. I want to focus on ETFs. The markets are trading near the 50-day moving average. There's a couple of ETFs that are looking really well. The first one is the Invesco S&P EW Communication Services ETFs. And as you could see here, over the last year, this has given us 110%. It invests 90% of its assets in securities that comprise the index. The index is comprised of global stocks, companies. Why don't we look at the constituents, right? Constituents are always the best way to look at it. So you've got Viacom, which is doing really well. You've got Charter that's doing really well. You've got some exposure to Netflix, to Dish, AT&T, but it's not all tech. It's got Disney, it's got Live Nation, it's got Alphabet, it's got Discovery, Fox, Viacom. Those stocks are doing really, really good right now. And if you look at the chart of this, you'll be very surprised. It's killing it right now. This is the top ETF. The Communication Services ETF, ticker symbol EWCO. Notice it's barely coming off right now. It's literally near all-time highs. And if you compare this to the S&P 500, you will see that it looks very, very different. The S&P is near the 50-day moving average. This thing is still near all-time highs. and it looks like it's coming off very, very little. So I like the Invesco S&P 500 Communication Services ETF. And the next one, I've got another one, ticker symbol JKL. This is the Morningstar Small Cap Value Shares. And if you look at it annually, it's 112%. And it follows smaller stocks. Let's look at the constituents. And smaller stocks, look, GameStop is even in here. And we'll take a look at GameStop in a minute. But if you look at this stock, it's got small cap value stocks. And small cap value stocks are actually doing really well. And a lot of these stocks are coming back up right now, like American Airlines, like Norwegian, like Kohl's is doing really well. But I like this fund right now. It's got a good exposure to a lot of different stocks, and it doesn't have a lot of tech stocks, which is really, really great. If you look at the ETF ticker symbol, you will see that it peaked out yesterday. So if the overall stock market goes into bearish mode, this is a really, really good ETF to hedge yourself. Ticker symbol JKL. And finally, let's go to Stock Fetcher. I want to look at some stocks making 90-day breakdowns. 90-day breakdowns. Let's see here. 90-day breakdowns. There's 17 of them, and I want to give them to you. So at least you see where the breakdowns are occurring. Remember this stock, Array, A-R-R-Y? I told you about it about 2 weeks ago. It was on the down. It's continuing. This is a 90-day low, and it looks like it's going to go lower. This Lion Biotech looks like it's about to break down. This Tal International looks like it's breaking down. Look at this. Let's look at it now. Oh, yeah. Look at that trend line. This thing is breaking. Look at this. If this thing breaks, it's breaking the lowest price since June of last year. Yeah. So this is a real breakdown here. IOVATALARRY. And you can always rewind this video. Tupperware. Tupperware is breaking down. SGen is breaking down. Let's see. Any other ones I really like to short? Trupanion is breaking down. Look at that. BHVN is breaking down. Mirati. So you don't have anything specific breaking down, but the stocks that I really like right now in terms of breakdowns, and these are great hedges, because if the S&P comes down, guess which stocks are the weakest? The ones making 90-day breakdowns. So you've got ARRY. I like that one. I like TAL, T-A-L. I like Iova, Lion Biotech. I like Tupperware a lot. Look at this. This thing is on the chopping block. Oh, yeah. If this thing breaks, it can go down all the way here to 19, and then it can go to 9. But it's definitely breaking down. And SGen. So you got SGen, Tupperware, PTC Therapeutics, that's breaking down. Array, whatever it is. TAL, T-A-L, and Iova. So Iova, TAL, Array, IONS. No. Forget IONS. It's got a gap here. Don't like it too much. But I like Array, I like TAL, I like Iova, I like SGen, I like Tupperware a lot for a breakdown, and I like PTCT. And again, you can make money if you think the market's going down or lower, or certain sectors are. Check mark there. You can make money to diversify yourself if you have a lot of long stocks and you don't want to cool off or take profit or reduce your exposure. You can hedge yourself with these stocks, offset risk. So you can short them. You can offset your risk and rebalance your portfolio. There's a lot of ways to do it, but I'm always looking at 90-day breakdowns to see which stocks are going down to hedge ourselves. And remember, if markets are going down, don't sell the market. You don't need to sell the NASDAQ. Sell the weakest stocks in the NASDAQ, all right? Stocks that are making 90-day breakdowns, and I like these. These aren't overextended like Tupperware or Array. Look at that. They just started to fall, so they've got a lot of downside left. Iova, TAL, this thing just make all-time highs and is breaking down below the moving average. These are all short plays. So Array, TAL, Iova, SGen, Tupperware, and PTCT. Those are short opportunities. And as far as long opportunities, you've got EWCO. It's a mutual fund, so it's got good exposure. It's a good way to protect yourself right now during this massive sector rotation. You've got the Invesco, EWCO, and you've got JKL, the small caps, Morningstar small caps. These are near all-time highs, and I love them right now. So I'm giving you a lot of value today. Now, folks, I've got even more value today. It should come as no surprise that CEOs, billionaires behind the curtain, they're making secret moves. What do you think billionaires and CEOs are doing? You think they're just sitting here? They're making moves. In fact, new research has uncovered a disturbing truth about corporate America and certain legal tactics it's been using to force the rise of its own stocks. This is amazing. But after months and months of investigations, one former Wall Street insider, he's finally ready to reveal the details that he's discovered. And it can benefit amateur investors like you everywhere. This is really good. All you've got to do is click on the link below to get all of the details and follow along. Again, months and months of investigation, former Wall Street insider, he's going to reveal all the details behind this disturbing truth about corporate America, legal tactics, buying their own stocks, forcing them to go up. You've got to check all this out. This is going to uncover the truth about a lot of CEOs and billionaires and their secret moves and all the shenanigans they're doing behind where you can't see it. So click on the link below, get all the details, and follow along this former Wall Street insider. And make sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel if you're watching on YouTube. Stay ahead of the market, folks. Be the first to be notified when we post new videos. And follow this link. You've got to check this out. This Wall Street insider, he's got to show you this. This is some cool stuff. Most importantly, have a great hump day. Bye, everyone.